Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are taking very good care of yourself. Welcome to my channel Explore More and Learn. Today's video can be very informative for you or for your child. So do not skip it today and watch it from the beginning till the end. So today I'll talk all about verbs and I'll answer a very important question, that is, what do they tell us about? Verbs tell us about something. What's that? Do you want to know? So let's start this video quickly. You might have been taught that verbs are doing words or action words, right? But do you think so that the verbs are limited to only doing words and action words? For example, I'll give you some sentences. He's a boy. He's reading a book. He has a book. He has read a book. Can you find out the verbs in these sentences? It's easy, right? Okay. I'll tell you about the verbs in these sentences. Is reading, has read. Okay? Now I wanna ask you something. Can you differentiate these verbs from one another? As all the verbs in these sentences are different from one another. What are those differences? Can you find it out? If yes, then it's okay. If you don't know about the differences, you'll get your answer in this video. As I told you that verbs tell us about something. So what do they tell us about and what are their kinds? You'll come to know by watching this video. Okay? First of all, you should know that every sentence has a pattern, has a structure, and the most common pattern of a sentence is SVO. That is subject, verb, and object. For example, he writes a letter. He is a subject and writes is a verb, and a letter is an object. So verbs play a very important role in a sentence. Sentence cannot be completed without having a verb. It can be completed without having an object, or maybe subject is hidden, then also we can have a sentence, but we cannot have a sentence without a verb. So verbs play a very important role in a sentence. Remember that. So verbs can either be main verbs or auxiliary, which are also known as helping verbs. So I am proceeding step by step. Okay, so just keep watching this video. So verbs can either be main verbs or auxiliary, that is known as helping verb. Okay, just a small reminder, if you have not subscribed this channel yet, then please subscribe it by pressing subscribe button, and don't forget to press this bell icon for all so that you may receive notification for all the upcoming videos on this channel. Alright? If you knew about the main verbs and the helping verbs, can you just think about a few examples for the main verbs and the helping verbs? Okay, now I'll give you very simple sentences. He's a singer. He's singing a song. Please find out only helping verb in these sentences. Then I can just guess your answer. If you think that is a helping verb in these sentences, that is wrong. And that's the point where I have observed many people get confused. So in these sentences, he is a singer, he is singing a song. In the first sentence, is a main verb. And in the second sentence, is a helping verb. Why is it so? You'll get your answer. Just keep watching. Now I'll explain about the main verbs. I already told you that verbs are not only limited to doing words or action words. They tell us about something. What's that? So main verbs tell us about being of something, having something, that is possession, and doing something. So main verbs tell us about being of something, that is state of being, having something, that is possession, and doing something, that is action. Okay, now I'll give you examples. Being of something, that means a verb that shows your state of being. For example, we are happy. So here are is the main verb, and it tells us about being of something. He's a teacher. So is a main verb here, as it tells us about the state of being. She is not well. You are my friend. So when a verb tells us about being of something, those verbs are verbs to be. Okay, so these all are main verbs. So verbs written in bold red, they all are the main verbs. Remember that. Number 2, they tell us about having something, that is possession. Okay, they show possession. So having something. He has a new dress. So here you can see has written in bold red. So that is a main verb here. He has a new dress. They have their laptops. You have my pen. She had an old car. So here these are the main verbs which tell us about having something. Number 3, doing something. So the verbs tell us about doing something. We sing, you read, they played. So whatever you do, they tell us about that. And these verbs are action verbs, okay, or doing words are the main verbs which tell us about doing something. So did you get it? Main verbs tell us about being of something, having something, or doing something. So when they tell us about being of something, that is verbs to be, and when they tell us about having something, that show possession. When they tell you about doing something, they are action words. Alright, did you understand? I already told you that verbs can either be the main verbs or helping verbs. I have already explained about the main verbs. Now helping verbs. It's very clear by its name that helping verbs are the verbs which help the main verb, and they are also known as auxiliary verb. For example, is, am, are, was, were, has, have, will, etc. are the helping verbs, and they help the main verb. For example, they are sleeping, I'm talking, she has gone, you were playing, he had taught us. All the verbs written in bold red are the helping verbs, and they are helping the main verbs. Here you see they are sleeping. So are is a helping verb and sleeping is a main verb. Am is a helping verb which is helping the main verb. Talking has helping verb. Gone is the main verb. Were helping verb. Playing is the main verb. Had is helping verb and taught is the main verb. So remember to identify the difference between the helping verb and the main verb. Alright? Now you can very well answer this question. What do they tell us about? Right? I'll repeat the same examples. He's a boy. He's reading a book. He has a book. He has read a book. Now you can differentiate these verbs from one another. Isn't it? So just tell me the answer or think about the answer. Now I'll tell you the answers. In the first sentence, is a main verb and it tells us about being of something. In the second sentence, is a helping verb which is helping the main verb reading. Okay? In the third sentence, has tells us about having something. It shows a possession. So has is a main verb. In the last sentence, has is a helping verb which is helping the main verb read. It's clear? So is not always a helping verb. It can be a main verb also. In the same way, am, are, has, have, etc. can be the main verb as well as the helping verb. I hope you have understood well about these differences and you know it now. What do the verbs tell us about? This topic is not over yet. There is a lot more to know about the verbs, kind of verbs. They can either be transitive or intransitive. I'll talk about transitive and intransitive verbs in my upcoming video. If you've liked this video, then please press like and don't forget to share it with your family members and friends. And if you are new to this channel, so do not forget to subscribe this channel. If you have not subscribed it yet, then subscribe it quickly. And if you want to read my blog posts, you can read them by clicking exploremoreandlearn.com. Very soon I'll bring another video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.